You ready?
Yeah.
How you feeling? You look great. You're handsome. You know
Thank you, bro.
You're a good looking person.
Bro.
You're gonna make it.
Well,
You're gonna make it far because you're handsome.
You gonna make it?
I feel like that. I feel like that's what really. If someone not even just looks, but it's like if a motherfucker pretty or he got his own aesthetic, it makes you just wanna just
follow them.
Yeah, cause it's like, oh, who don't like looking at pretty shit? All right,
right. You hella right.
Like I like looking at pretty shit. Like that's how I live my life. I pretty shit everywhere. Like,
cause you have to like observe and just
like my friends are beautiful looking. You know what I'm saying? Like they're handsome.
You resonate with them, bro.
Not even. They're just. I like looking at pretty things, bro. That's all it is, really. All right, welcome my guest, Monte. He hit me up this morning, and he's been on my list. I wanted to do him next month because I feel like I've been doing this too much, a little too much. But I don't mind it. Thank you for contacting me.
For sure, bro.
Because I was flattered. I was like, oh, this motherfucker really hit me up. Because I'm always shy to hit people up. Because it's like, these motherfuckers could really ignore me. They
can't be shy, bro. You kind of gotta.
I mean, look at me. I'm not that shy, right? But I was really like, maybe you don't want to work with me.
Startled.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. So this is my guest, y'all. This is Monte.
GVO. Monte.
I'm not good with names. Monte.
GVO Monte.
And what does the GVO stand for?
GVO is good vibes only.
Oh damn! I thought it was about to be some other affiliation shit.
It's good vibes only, bro.
Where'd you come up? You came up in my beautiful community.
Argentine. I'm from Argentina. Been here since long ass time ago. Since I was like 6, 7.
Oh, so you grew up here? I grew up here as well. You grew up the street from me. You know that? Like literally.
Right here, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right here.
You know, I didn't think you lived around here. I thought you was like a Turner kid.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, I was like, this motherfucker, he's probably from Turner.
Turner people.
You be around Turner people? What you talking about?
Yeah. I know people from Turner, but like,
you know a couple.
They're a little different.
Yeah, a lot different.
You can definitely see the different.
Yeah, especially when regarding socioeconomics, you can always tell
they're
right away.
A little bit higher on the scale.
Yeah, and also when you're doing business with them, even if like all sorts of business, you'll notice that they move a lot of different. Like even if it's simple business, like buying a fucking bike off of them, they move a lot different from someone from here. And then when it comes to drugs, you can just snatch their shit every time. It's like from Turner. That's how that goes. All right, let's get away from that. So we were having a discussion prior to this, whether you were saying that you are not lo-fi and you categorize yourself as R&B. Can you explain that to me? Why do you think you're R&B rather than lo-fi? Because I personally would categorize you as lo-fi. From everything I've heard, it's very...
Well, I mean, I kind of see, I see like lo-fi is more like a distorted sound.
And your voice is clear. Very clear.
I add vocals to my stuff. My instrumentals, they're clear. It's not like you can barely hear them. It's like they're pretty high definition. So... I mean, that's what I consider. And then my music, my lyric base is kind of like...
It's just about love.
It's love, man. They're about like relationships.
How many relationships have you been in? Because these bitches have you been. From the couple songs I've heard, they be having you hurting.
I mean,
you be hurting. I be hurting.
I be hurting.
These bitches be playing with me too, bro. It be sad.
It's dirty, bro.
They be dirty.
But you can't even lie. We be playing the same games, bro.
Fuck no, I'm a little sweetheart. Yeah, I'm a little sweetheart. I'm gonna reciprocate how they treat me. Like that's the thing. Nah, see, I try to keep it consistent. Like if Shorty gonna be a bitch today, I'm gonna be an amazing motherfucker.
And she'll feel bad. Like
not even on no manipulation shit. It's just fucking. If you got bad energy, I'm not gonna come at you with no bad energy. I'm gonna come at you with some. How you doing, gorgeous? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck I look like? So, what relationship affected you so much that you just were like, I need to make this music?
I'm not gonna say no names.
Obviously, don't. Please don't do that. I hope you're smart enough not to do that. That's awesome. Unless you're gonna get views.
Nah, I don't think that's worth the views.
No, not at all.
I wouldn't say any relationship in specific. It's kind of like music is kind of like a thing where you have to like snapshot your current like state of mind, So if the shawty got me feeling hella good, hella up there, then I'm gonna capture, like I'm gonna save that energy and I'm gonna transmute that into the music. But if she breaks my heart, if there's a girl that just breaks my heart, I feel sad, I'm gonna create that outlet to the music as well.
How many girls have broken your heart? Cause you be sounding like you be sad, bruh. You be like in your music, you sound like these bitches just did you scan. What was so scandalous that they did to you? Or was it on something?
I mean, it's kind of like when you're growing up, you go through that phase of like that simping, that simp phase.
Yeah, cause
everybody goes through that.
Yeah, cause love is such a foreign concept at the time that you don't really understand
You don't got the full control of the game.
Yeah, you think that love is just that individual person, but you know how I view love now? It's ever since I got my little heart broken in half too.
I don't view it as an individual no more, as much as I view it as energy that lives through a bunch of individuals. Your true love may be this person today, but someone else next month. That's just how I view it. I think that love is literally just an energy between those two people. And that's why that energy can dissipate, or it can remain and go on and become fruitless. Like, it's gorgeous, right? But that's how I viewed it, because I've done been played by a couple little beautiful women, you know, and that's how I've grown to view it.
I see it as kind of like two people are gonna hit like equilibrium with their energy. So if somebody comes into the relationship feeling hella good, and the other person is just not on that mental state yet, then that's gonna cause one of the people to, you know, kind of lower their energy and kind of like reach that middle point.
Yeah, that's why I try to stay away from people who are going through mental issues and
mental breakdowns and
yeah,
shit.
especially if it's like, if I'm seeking something from you and you're in a low place, I don't want you to grab onto me and consider me your happiness, because I've been there. I've done that with somebody,
like,
and
don't depend. Yeah,
that's awful. That is so bad, because that person will. No one's your mom, no one's your dad, no one's gonna hug you to sleep every day.
Right.
Unfortunately, does that sound nice? Yes. Who the fuck wouldn't be hugged? Unless it's hot. Unless it's hot. If it's hot, I don't want nobody to.
I know.
Buying a cold day, I be needing that.
I feel you, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You know, it's kind of like when you go into a relationship, you kind of got to go in like already as a complete person.
Yeah.
Like one person's complete, this person's complete, and it kind of takes away like that liability that, okay, I'm not complete without you. You know?
Yeah, because that is a huge liability that people don't seem to
what I'm
understand.
saying.
And it's weird, because I've talked to girls and they still don't. That's how they view relationships, and that's why I view like relationships become, and excuse my word, because this word has been overused, toxic. Because if you're relying on somebody, it just drains the fuck out of them.
It's draining. That's the point.
Were you, which side of the spectrum were you on? Were you on the draining side, or were you on the one asking for more and more?
I've probably been on both, bro. I'm not gonna be honest with you. I've been on both.
Which one do you think is the most draining?
The needy part.
The needy part's the fucking worst, dude. Finding yourself in a needy situation is just awful.
Cause you just.
I want your love, bitch.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's how it is, though.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. But in your music, I hear that you're talking more about like the process that the relationships go through. So when you're writing these songs, who are you thinking? Not my pricing to say who, but like, are you trying to reminisce, or are you trying to are you complying every experience together? If that makes sense.
It's definitely about a specific situation in general. So if like one song would be a part like of one relationship. I mean, it's not in general. Sometimes if it is in general, it's just talking about myself, you know, like as who I am in that current moment.
Do you feel like you as yourself have been the issue, or do you think it really has just been your shit out of luck when it comes to this love shit?
I wouldn't say I'm out of luck, because I would say that like you are what you attract. So, you know, maybe I just wasn't, you know, I haven't been there yet with myself. You know, I haven't been in tune with myself yet enough to resonate with something that is good for me.
And when
like,
when you found yourself in these relationships, did you find yourself trying a little harder, or was it are you really just go with the flow?
I was trying hard, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be free with you.
And how do you feel like that looked? Like when you reflect on it, how do you feel like that made you see?
The thing is, like, people could take that for granted. You know, like if you come up from the beginning, you know, and you start getting from the beginning, then you don't expect that, because you kind of already programmed that into their heads. So, you know, it's kind of hard to come out of that. But that's kind of how I see it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. They expect it.
And
that's the thing about girls, they really do. They be expecting that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But after a while, it does become too much.
Yeah.
But have you ever found yourself having to cut a shorty off, having to be like, this bitch is draining me, stay away, you dirty bitch? You never done that? You never felt like that before?
I have, bro. I mean, there's certain people that...
Because your music,
you can feel their journey.
when I listen to it, the thing that I like about most of your songs is the narrative is never typically, oh, this bitch broke my heart. It's, oh, this bitch broke my heart, but never mind. I broke that bitch's heart. And then it feels, I like it. Like, I like the two different perspectives. That's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking you. Is it just one moment in time, or is it multiple moments in time? Because that's how that goes, right?
Well, for like one song in specific,
just all of them. I've noticed that general pattern.
they're multiple. They're multiple.
Yeah,
situations.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the same
It's
situation.
not the same situation.
So you've been around. You've been around town.
Nah,
Huh?
don't say it like that, bro.
I'm just fucking with you.
Nah,
Obviously, you can have.
I'm still pretty reserved as a person. Like I had people that I just don't. Like, I don't give attention to, that you're not worth my energy, you just don't receive my energy.
You're such a calm person. I can't imagine you being beefing with a girl.
I don't beef with nobody, but that's the thing. Like, I try to stay in my own lane.
And how do the girls feel when they hear your music? Because obviously they have to feel a way. Or do you not know, nor do you care?
The girls that
have been in your life.
that sing about,
Damn near, yeah.
they like my music, bro.
Oh, they fuck with
They
it?
fuck with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I wasn't expecting that. So none of them have come at you crazy?
Surprisingly not.
None of them have been like,
Nah.
quit fucking talking about me?
I mean, there's one person who just didn't acknowledge it at all.
And that's better, right? Wouldn't you prefer that they don't acknowledge
exactly.
it?
I mean, it's not like I'm like straight singing out their names, like this so and so broke my heart. I never do that.
That'd be a great song. You know why? Because then it's just like, you could be like, fuck that girl. And that just gives you
Jennifer
energy.
broke my heart. Nah, there ain't no Jennifer, but yeah.
Oh, I hope I don't know who it is.
It's not a Jennifer. No.
It's not a Jennifer. Jennifer, did you just come up with a name?
Yeah, I just know it right.
It'd be some slick shit if you did some intervent, like, her name is Jennifer. You tell me her name isn't Jennifer,
Nah,
but her name
bro,
totally
nah,
is
there ain't
Jennifer.
no
But it's not
Jennifer.
her first name, it's her middle name, so we're okay.
Ain't no Jennifer.
That'd be some shit. That'd be some shit. That's that smart shit. That's that smart shit I'm talking about. Who are your influences? Because again, when I listen to your music, I think lo-fi, but now that you're saying that it's R&B, I think it's a mixture of it. But who are your influences?
I got a lot of influences, bro. I'm kind of incorporating a little bit more like it's more like rap, like more poetry into my music, rather than just the singing part. I know Akon. I like how Akon did it, bro. Like Akon, he kind of came in out of nowhere and then just disappeared. Like you don't hear nothing about him no more.
I pay attention to Akon. I grew up. I love Akon. Akon and
Listen
Timberland.
to his albums.
Yeah, my favorite Akon song is actually the song he has with 50. I Still Really Kill You. That's one of my favorite songs.
Bro, I fuck with that one.
Because it goes from like, oh, I'm really gonna pop your ass, to then him just singing about it, and it just the juxtaposition between the two actions are so. It's really just like, oh wow, I like this. I like when motherfuckers sing and talk about killing people.
But I respect them. Yeah, I kind of like my inspirations are people I respect as like people. It's not just because of their music, not just because you make good melodies. Like anybody can make a good melody. But if you're a good person, like behind that, then that's someone I'm willing to follow. And Akon, he manned up to his mistakes. Like Convict, in the album Convict, he manned up to his mistakes. That's kind of what he's saying at the
All
end
of
of
his
the day.
mistakes.
And bro, if you think about it now, bro, he's in Africa helping out actual people. Like that's why he moved to Africa, to help out people who don't have nothing. Like.
And do you respect that aspect of him more? Is that why you're saying you love the fact that he's gone to Africa?
His music as well. I mean, other artists like The Weeknd, like I see The Weeknd too, bro. The Weeknd is a very big
What tape in particular? Is it the newer shit or the older shit? Are we
The
talking
oldest,
trilogy or are we talking
trilogy.
Kissland or what are we talking about?
The
here?
trilogy was just, man, like he's so smart. Every line that you read, bro, it has multiple meanings. Like I like to see deeper than what you can, what you read.
Yeah.
Like I like to go beyond the surface.
Yeah. So you like having for it to have like
I like
double
to have,
entendres.
I like to have a lot of meaning.
a lot of layering.
Yeah, I like to have layers.
See, but I find that with The Weeknd's older music, it's very misogynistic. It's very it doesn't give a fuck about women. It's very drug inspired. That's what every time I listen to it, I can't help but
like that. But
I can't help but notice that, and it's like, oh, this shit, it's beautiful, but fuck, some of the shit he's talking
it's
about,
fucked up.
it's really fucked up,
Yeah.
like really, really fucked up.
I mean, I feel like as an artist, if you have that platform, you can use it for good. Like you can bring more positivity, because music is kind of like you listen to it and you're programming yourself with that way of thinking. You're entering somebody else's head. That's what it is.
Yeah, and then you're trying to take what you just listened to and try to put it into your own life.
You bring that into your own life. You think about those lyrics, and
then you
live
register
it.
them
You live
into
that.
something that you're going through.
Yeah, you
That's
live
what makes
that.
Drake and other artists like Drake so appealing, is because it's so open-ended that it could fit in anyone's shoe. Like, you could relate to it whenever you want.
It's powerful. It's
Yeah.
very powerful.
Would you say that
and-
Drake has influenced you in any way? Because you are singing.
Yeah. Drake, I pay attention to his craft. You know,
I mean, as we all. He's one of the
how he
best.
rides the flow, bro. It's something good. Yeah.
Do you want to be a singer, or do you want to be a rapper, or do you want to be both?
I don't want to be considered a rapper, cause like I don't know. I feel like being considered a rapper nowadays has like a negative connotation to
How
it
so?
now.
I completely disagree, but how so?
Like, oh, that rapper, you know, oh, he's a rapper. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm talking
bro.
about it more in the sense of when you're like at school and people are trying to fuck with you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but those people are
I
just
can see-
hating. They're just they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They ain't got nothing better.
That's what I'm saying. You know, if they call you a rapper, you know, it's most likely because they're hating. So I want to consider myself as an artist, an artist, and I do more than just rap. Like I produce. I
Do you
engineer
produce your
myself.
music? Or
Uh,
no?
Yeah, I produce some music. Some also I leased. Some of my instrumentals I leased as well.
I like that.
So-
You hear that, motherfucker?
Yeah,
More
I
of that.
leased.
How'd
Yeah,
you
actually.
get into leasing your shit like that? Because that's something I don't see enough people doing. They're not.
They just steal the
They're stealing it, or they're not. They're making beats, but they're not going anywhere.
Well,
they're not
they do.
selling them to no one.
I
They're
mean,
not
like
giving them to no one.
ever since I got like on the other side of the spectrum with actually making the beats, like I realized how much effort goes into that.
So much. It's very meticulous. Everything has to
and
sound good.
just for somebody to steal it like that, it's like, you know, like as a creator, I don't know.
You'd be
it's-
pissed.
Yeah, you'd be pissed.
No,
So
yeah.
I'm
When
not gonna do that.
When I first fucked around with making beats, became very apparent to me that it really is like a puzzle piece. Everything has to go together from 1
Yeah.
second to 2 seconds to 3 seconds to 4 seconds to 7 seconds. 5th second has to go somewhere along with the 37th second with a minute in. That's why when I hear beats, I'm always trying to really listen to everything. What samples do you like using? What instruments do you like using? What keynotes do you like using? Like what?
That's a lot of questions.
That is a lot of questions, but I feel like you know what you know. Like what
I
octave do you
don't
like
have
to do?
anything specific. I mean,
I wish
if
I had
it
a
has-
piano so I
If it
could
has a
just-
good if it has like a good vibe to it, you know, something you can vibe to. I don't want anything too fast.
You want
because
something slow.
Yeah, something slow to just relax you. You know, like, because I feel like if you're just too up pace, you're kind of you have a lot of tension. You know, it builds up a lot of tension.
Yeah, I can't listen to
see like
music
that.
with my headphones. I
Yeah.
can't do that. I
Like-
get angry. I
Like
get
all
real
of that,
angry.
all of that rap shit, bro. Like, you know, I respect all these artists. I respect everybody in their craft, but I mean, like all this shooting shit, bro. Like, we don't need more of that. You know, like we already have enough of that, bro. And if you're programming, if you're making that, if you're normalizing that, you know, it's kind of like you're adding more flames to the fire. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to be that person who's not being a part of that. You know, kind of having my own lane, but you know, it's like I'm not contributing to all the violence and shit like that.
But do you not see it as that fact that you have a platform so you can maybe discourage that in your music?
That's one of my plans. Is definitely to speak more about that because
You talk a lot about chill vibes. So do you use any substances to meet those chill vibes, or are you strictly just naturally just calm and nonchalant?
I'm not gonna say I'm naturally like that. I'm not gonna say I'm a drug addict either,
Right.
but I'm not gonna.
You ain't gonna incriminate
Yeah,
yourself.
I'm not gonna. I guess what's that word?
Incriminate. That's that.
Nah, not to myself. But I don't want to. I guess encourage. I don't want to encourage people to do that.
How do you feel like artists encourage minors to do drugs? How do you feel like you would be able to encourage somebody to do that? Obviously, I'm not saying that you are, but how do you feel like you could possibly?
Contribute to that?
Is it simply just talking about it that encourages people to do it?
Nah, because you do need to be educated about the stuff. I mean,
You have to.
If you have no education towards it and you want to walk into that,
You're gonna end up doing heroin.
You're walking into this dark ass door, bro, and that's not something you want to walk into.
So you're not gonna snitch on yourself. So let me keep moving. When you were growing up in this community, how were you able to stay out from the fuck shit? Because it's very clear to me you're not involved in any fuck shit. You seem like you're pretty calm and you don't want to incriminate yourself. So already you seem very articulate. So how do you stay away from the fuck shit? How were you able to stay away from the fuck shit? Or weren't you not able to stay out of the fuck shit?
Dude, that's a hard question because literally all that fuck shit's right outside the door. I grew up in Armourdale too, and there's a lot of gangs over there too.
Yeah, I love the Dale, but Dale's rough.
I know people. Like, I know people who are in it.
And they're all good people.
Yeah,
and from what from speaking to people involved in sets and things, it's not as bad as we make it seem. It's not necessarily organized crime.
Yeah.
It's one thing that I really can't, like, growing up, I always taught that gangs were organized crime. It's not like, maybe it was like that at some point, but it's really not like that anymore. It's more of just where you grew up.
It's more like you're taking pride in,
in your community.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I still see it as sides, you know, it's adding more separation between us as people.
And you want people to come together?
I want people to come together, you know. I feel like we should come together. People should be more stronger. 'Cause at the end of the day, you know, we're all neighbors. Like, you know, we're sleeping right next to each other. We gotta love one another.
You think you gotta love your neighbor?
You gotta love your neighbor, bro.
My neighbors don't fuck with me.
They probably see something.
No, they probably have.
No,
They've seen a lot of shit.
that's what
I
I'm
be
saying,
living my
man.
best life out here, put it like that.
I feel like if you go up to one person, like, as first impression, you show them straight love, you know, they're gonna reciprocate that, bro.
You think so? Because when I get a lot of love, it always makes me nervous. Like, when a motherfucker reaches out and is just showing too much
That's
love,
what I'm saying.
I get real nervous. I'm like, what's up with this motherfucker? What do he want? What can I do for you, buddy? That's how I do.
That's how foreign that concept is. That, you know, whenever you receive it, it's.
But I love showing love. I love, like, that's why we're here. I love, like, but it do make me suspicious. I'll be like, all right.
That's what I'm saying. Because society hasn't reached that point yet, and it will soon.
But I think all humans are fucked. Even if society is beautiful and gorgeous and utopic, I think humans and human nature is fucked. I think we're terrible. I think the way at the end of the day, we're animals, right? We're programmed to be tribal. We're programmed to go and hunt. We're programmed to. That's how that works. That's why the color red is such an attractive color to us. We're programmed like that. That's why I don't humans in general, because I know everybody got their own agenda.
Well, if you think about it, how are you programmed? Like, you're programmed from seeing other people. You're programmed from seeing TV. Most of the TV stuff is
well, that's
bullshit.
nature versus nurture, right? Nurture would fall under the programmed under TVs and so on. But what I'm talking about is necessarily like evolution and over time how humans have evolved. We as Homo sapiens, not
It's
as
survival
people.
of the fittest.
Yeah, literally. That's
It's
what I'm saying.
survival
We're
of the
fucking
fittest.
killers. That's what we're programmed to do. We're programmed like that tribal shit, that tribal mentality that we have in our brains because we were monkeys at some point. It's still prominent in that gang culture and in every culture, and even when it comes to the cities, right? Huh.
I still think we could evolve. I still think that
Absolutely.
we can go past that tribal mentality, because, you know, that tribal mentality has
So many
it contributes to all that gang violence. It contributes to all that.
Well, it
too.
contributes to violence 100%, definitely. If someone's not on your team, what are you going to do? You're going to fuck them up. Either way,
exactly.
yeah.
If they're not with you, then
They're against you. Yeah, and then I think it's definitely 100% always like that. If they're not with you, they're definitely against you. If they're not willing to stand near you or with you, they're not on your team. You can't trust them.
Well, I think at the end of the day, you know, that's the ego. It's ego talking.
Definitely.
That's the ego talking. If you could put your ego to the side and realize we're all the same species at the end of the day.
Yeah, we all bleed. We all fucking die.
We're literally all humans.
That's the beautiful part.
We're all humans at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're all brothers. We're all brothers. We all originated from the same seed, you know, and now we're here to this day, still the same person.
So when you see someone on the street, you really you're not cautious. You just keep.
What do you mean, like, see what kind of person on the street?
In general, I'm not even
Anybody?
And you just walking and you just see a motherfucker, you're not gonna think about it. You're just gonna keep doing you.
I'm not scared. I mean, if death was like right around the corner, then oh well, you know. It's like God thought that was my time to go. Universe thought it was my time to go.
You believe in religion?
I believe in religion.
Yeah. Well, what'd you grow up as? Obviously, I was raised Catholic.
I was a Jehovah's Witness.
And how did that impact you growing up?
It made me be like conscious. It made me conscious
Of what?
Just conscious to the environment. Conscious that most people wouldn't be aware to. Like, most people wouldn't be aware to what they're living in. And it kind of put everything at a smaller scale. And
Are you still Jehovah's Witness?
No, not anymore.
But you grew up like that, right?
Yeah, that's how I grew up.
And when did you realize that wasn't necessarily for you? What age were you? What led to you saying, maybe I'm not?
Because we all had that moment.
I was around 12. Well, the thing is that my dad was, my parents got divorced, and my dad, the reason that kind of happened was because my dad kind of like fell off with the religion. So what they do is they kind of like, they shun the person that leads you. So meaning that anybody who is affiliated with the religion can no longer communicate with that person.
Oh, damn.
So my dad couldn't talk to his parents. He couldn't talk to his brothers, sisters.
Have you been shunned?
Nah, I mean, you have to be baptized. So being baptized is kind of seen as like a prestige. It has kind of prestigious value to it. And so you have to, you have to reach that point. It's not like you're born, like, is it the Catholics that you're born?
Yeah, they just put your ass in some water.
Yeah, this is kind of like you got to say you're ready. Like you gotta let the elders of the
What the fuck? This is
ready.
awesome. What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but once you commit, it's like there's no.
It's
going
like
back.
a gang, isn't it?
There's no going back. Yeah, it's kind of like that, to be honest.
Whoa. So as soon as you see, I feel like I would have signed up. I would be like, fuck this shit sound. No, with me, when I stopped being, I'm still Catholic, but I'm like mild with it now.
Yeah.
The thing I don't like about the church is they don't let you ask questions. And that's what I fucking do, right? So it's
That's
like,
all I do, man.
so if they're not letting me ask questions, it's like, all right, fuck you, all right.
Yeah.
And I also, through reading the Bible and reading most of the Bibles, they're all really fucking open-ended, meaning that they can apply to anybody. And I don't like books that are written like that. I like when I read a book and I gain something from it, and that was the point of the book. Mm-hmm. But with the Bible and most Bibles, I've found that they're forever. They're meant to fucking that kid.
Universal, like the message is universal.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's universal. It's not meant to be applied for a specific time and point. Then why the fuck do I matter? Why am I listening to this book if it's not actually gonna guide me?
Yeah.
Because growing up, I feel like I was taught this is gonna teach you how to If you read the Bible, it doesn't guide you through anything. It gives you certain parameters, gives you certain rules, and you choose to follow them. And that's one thing I really, really didn't like. But I love the art. The art is gorgeous.
Well, how I see religion is kind of like, you have all these different parts of the world, all these different cultures, but the universal spirit is working everywhere. Like, it's like something you really can't explain. That mysterious force, that mystical force that's there.
So you're more spiritual than religious?
I guess, yeah, you could say that.
And why would you say that? Is it because you grew up in a Jehovah's Witness house and you realize that that shit is, or is it simply
I
just?
mean, at the end of the day, I'm still being led to my peaceful practices. I'm getting my own word, like I'm getting the words that, like how I should be acting, kind of how I should be approaching situations, and I'm receiving it from like not an external force. So I guess that's what I'm trying to get at right there.
What is the goal of your music? When you're making a song, what is the end goal of that song? Or do you really not think about it like that? Do you just more get that?
Like
Do you get it just out?
It's more like a picture.
Just get the energy out.
It's more like a picture. Yeah, it's me releasing energy.
Huh. So you view music as just you just getting it off.
Getting it off. I mean, being able to relax people.
That's your goal.
Yeah.
You want to just chill.
Just chill, relax.
Do you ever see yourself making some upbeat, some just some wild shit?
Maybe in the future. Yeah.
But right now, in this current time, you just want to chill.
Take it easy.
Just want to chill.
Just take it easy. We're going with the flow.
And do you think that's been based on things that have happened in your life, or is that just your personality?
What? Going with the flow?
Just chill, going with the flow.
I've always been like that, man. Like, I've never really been like upbeat like that. I feel like you attract better things when you just, you least expect it. Like, you should never have expectations or anything.
Why?
Because you're gonna be disappointed.
You don't like being disappointed?
I don't like that. I don't like being disappointed, but
I don't like it either. But when I am disappointed, I find
you like being disappointed,
Yeah, but when you're disappointed, it's like
you work.
It feels nice. It almost feels nice in the way that it's like, okay, let me. I'm down to earth now. Let me just.
I mean, if you had no expectation to begin with, you shouldn't even have to be in that state of mind.
But you don't think that expectations are needed to succeed? You don't think you should have some sort of expectation on yourself in order for you to do good?
I think you should have goals and objectives.
Excuse my ignorance.
That could be some kind of
what's the difference between an expectation and a goal? I view them as the same. That's how I view them. Maybe I'm viewing them wrong. How?
An expectation is more like you're gonna do this and you're expecting a certain outcome. A goal is more like you're gonna do whatever it takes to achieve that. You're gonna do whatever it takes to attain that.
See, the way I
You're
view
gonna
it
work towards
is,
that.
I view an expectation as something that I'm gonna do because that's what is expected of me, and that is what I expect of myself. And I view a goal of me being able to do something because that is what I expect of myself. I don't just put goals out there just cause. I expect myself to reach those goals. That it don't matter what the fuck that I'm gonna get to that.
That's
goal.
good discipline. That's good discipline.
I don't think I'm that disciplined, but that's how I view expectations and goals. I have to get there, and if I don't get to it, then I have to. There is no, in my life personally, there is no not getting there. It's I get there. I don't know. Like that sounds really bad, but that's how I move. I get there. I don't. There is no, oh, it didn't work. You know, I get there. I will get there.
You have to get there. That's the thing. Like if you're walking towards a certain path and you know your destination, you're gonna get there no matter what.
Yeah,
as long as you're walking that
as long as you keep moving.
As long as you keep moving and walking that direction, nothing's gonna stop you. And if something does stop you, you just walk around it.
Or you deal with it hands on.
Exactly. But as long as you're walking towards that direction, there's nothing that's gonna stop you from reaching your destination.
And I think my expectations and my goals are the reason why I struggle with relationships, because you can't handle nor control that other person. That's one thing I found out. That when I'm young, so that's something I am finding out. You can't expect shit from nobody. From nobody. Who are you to expect anything?
Well, yeah, we were blessed with the free will, and meaning that you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, you can literally do whatever the fuck you want. It don't matter what you want to do. You can do it. And the only thing that stops us is like social parameters and social guidelines. But even if you want to say fuck them, then you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. Is a good conversation. Look at you got me thinking. Wow. Okay, I have to take some of that. I'm sorry. I do this a lot, but I really want to think about what you're doing because the way you view expectations and goals, the differentiation is something I don't do. So it's like, you know, it's like it makes sense though. It makes a lot of sense. I'm sorry. This is something I need to work on being better at that. No, not even. Just think about it. You know.
Yeah.
How many songs have you made in total? And when did you first drop your song? Did you drop the first song that you made? Or...
Well, let's start with the first question. How many
right,
songs?
I do layered ones, I'm sorry.
Dude, I have so many songs. I don't...
you have more on your SoundCloud than your YouTube. I peeped that.
I'm not consistent with my stuff. I'm consistent with my craft, but I'm not consistent with putting stuff out there.
Why?
Because I'm a perfectionist. with my craft. The last song I put out, it took me so much mixes just to show that, and I still like I go back on that song and I'm like, bro, it could have been better. It still could have been better.
I like that you should keep that energy. That energy is what makes people thrive. If you're never satisfied, then fuck. The camera always dies on me. I had a beautiful discussion with Monte. The footage cuts out exactly when I said I was gonna think, which is ironic as fuck, and I got really lucky there. But we were talking about some of his artists and how he goes about making music, I believe. And he was talking about, for him, it's more energy-based rather than actually goal-based. When he puts out a song, he wants to put out his vibe, that energy that he's feeling at that time.
Right.
Which I like that you put it that way because it makes more sense now. Now, because I've listened to your music, and it makes more sense. Because I was viewing it as lo-fi because of the chill vibes aspect. I didn't realize that that was the aspect you were going for, that calm nature shit. And I just realized the reason I say your name wrong is because I say it how I say my ex name. And that's not, I just peeped that. I just linked everything together.
Bro, it's Monte Carlo.
It's Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh! You know, those cars are beautiful. The old ones. The old ones is pretty, but like, after 95, after 95, they're ugly. After 95, they're ugly. Everything below 95?
The classics. That's what it was based off of.
It's gorgeous.
The classics. My pops liked the cars, and he made my brother Camaro.
Wow. That's dope as fuck.
Yeah,
my name just Luis, bruh.
Yeah,
my name ain't even special like that.
Yeah, bro.
My name basic as fuck. Why you think I had the off phone though? Oh, that sounds cool as fuck.
Bro. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro, that's hella cool.
Yeah, bro.
That makes more sense.
I just never go by the Carlo part, but it's Monte. Cause that's not my first name. That's my middle name.
What's your first name?
It's Misael.
Misael?
Misael.
Misael?
Misael. Yeah.
My Spanish name.
People struggle with that, you know. So I'll go next on the line, Monte.
Really? Nah.
Yeah.
See, my name easy as fuck. It's funny when people call me Lewis. You just look at him, you're like, you fucking idiot. That's not even how you. It's definitely not Lewis. It's a L-U-I-S.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the music because I got distracted. What is the goal long term with this music shit? Or are you using music right now as simply as a medium for you to put your energy out?
Right now, it's just a craft. It's a passion, a hobby. But I do want to make that my work. So I mean, hopefully one day I'm gonna achieve that to be able to just make that my job. You know.
And would you like to be based in Kansas City, or is the goal to get out of Kansas City?
Expand.
Really? You filmed a beautiful video in Kansas City. How was that like? That was fun, wasn't it?
That was a cool.
I seen some Snapchat stories from the behind the scenes.
That was
fun.
The city, yeah.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
It was cool. I appreciate it, man.
I like the camera work. I just wish it was in the day. I like the city more in the day. The only reason I like the city in the night is because you can look at it at the lights, right? But in the day, I think it's more beautiful. I take that back. In foggy, rainy weather, the city's gorgeous. That's my favorite city climate. Foggy and rainy.
I don't like this foggy shit, bro. We've been having too much foggy shit.
I love this shit. My plants are beginning to ass.
Rain, these clouds, bro. I cannot do this shit.
Really? But you're.
Look, have you noticed that most people around here, like, they'll wear their masks whenever it's cloudy outside, but when it's sunny, like, the majority of people will not wear their masks.
Really?
Have you paid attention to that?
I don't be wearing my mask. I don't give a fuck. This Rona shit. If I would have listened, I probably wouldn't be dealing with some of the issues that I'm dealing with now in my life. But I don't give a fuck. I really have not taken it that seriously. Not from the beginning, and that's the end. I still don't know anybody that has got the Rona. And I take it. I mean, I wash my fucking hands and I try to do all of that, right? But in terms of am I fucking terrified? No. And as far as the way I understand the mask, is it the mask to keep others safe rather than you safe? That's how they work, right? Mm-hmm. It's so I don't give you a disease.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not really.
So I don't need to wear no fucking mask. That's how I look at it. I didn't know that. So why do you think that is? Why do you think people wear their mask when it's foggy rather than sunny?
The sun's a different vibe. The sun brings out a different vibe. The sun is energy. So if you get hit with the sun, you're just more happy. You're more energetic.
I find it so weird that you like. Not weird. Maybe that's not the word. I find it interesting that you like the sunny over the foggy. I figured you would have liked the foggy. You would have liked that chill shit.
I like sunny, good vibes.
So you don't like rain?
Nah, not really, bro. No, I mean, like it's we're streaming it like too much. That's kind of losing its value.
I love.
Like we've been getting it so much that it's just kind of like now you just go outside and you're gonna see
rain
clouds.
Later.
You're gonna see clouds, exactly.
I like that.
It was like that yesterday.
I like the weather we've been having. I don't like sunny. I don't like being hot. Because when I'm hot, I just want to rip off my fucking skin.
I mean, I like the good weather, like the sun with good weather. Like,
look,
not
bro,
too
like
hot.
80 to me is hot. It's too hot. I need like 60.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
70.
Right now, it feels good.
It feels great.
It feels good.
Yeah. I'm in my PJs.
I fuck with this weather right now.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Go back to the music shit.
Right. My fault. I get carried away. I like talking.
We're talking just about the weather.
Because the weather, you brought it up.
Yeah, I know. I did bring it up.
Do you slap your music when you're on your own?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And under what circumstances? Because I understand the way I use music, it's different time and place. Do you slap your music always, or is it only when you're trying to feel that vibe?
I'm trying to feel that vibe. Because, I do need to take a step out of my own music for a little bit so I can go out into, like, the real world and, like, learn, Sometimes I even turn off music. I just don't listen to music at all.
I can't. Can you do music with headphones? I can't do music with. I get fucking angry. I get so angry. I don't know why. I want to figure out why I get so fucking angry.
I don't even have my own pair of AirPods.
I don't either. No way.
I don't have AirPods.
I don't.
Everybody got AirPods. I don't got AirPods, bro.
And you make music.
And I make music. I should probably get some just so I can hear how they sound on it, but and then have like a better accuracy.
When you're making music, do you care about? We were talking, going back to what we were talking about. You're talking about the distorted sound of lo-fi. Mm-hmm. Do you make sure that your music is clear and concise? Like when you're singing your words, do you make sure that they're clear and concise in the way that you every time you
hear words?
Yes, your words.
Yeah, because when I first started making music, it was to the point people didn't understand my lyrics. Like they didn't even hear my lyrics at all, and like they hear it and it's kind of like, bro, it sounds like you're kind of mumbling. But
how was the feedback originally?
It wasn't good at all.
Oh, really? Everyone was just shitting on it?
Yeah.
Now, how'd that make you feel?
like I needed to keep working.
Oh, it didn't make you feel
Like, I
sad?
needed
It
to
didn't
keep
make you
working.
discouraged or anything?
Nah, I just knew I had to keep working. That's why I never really show people my stuff. You know, it's kind of like if I know it's not ready.
See, I
know
don't
it's
show
already.
people any of my art. I think this video shit is the first time I've ever put shit
Sure.
out publicly, but I've been making shit fucking forever. But when it comes to art and my art specifically, it's me.
Private, yeah.
It's really
They're
private.
parts of you.
Like
Exactly.
it's really private. Like
Yeah.
I would feel too vulnerable describing it to people or putting it out there. That's why I like talking to people like you, because it's very brave. I think it's incredibly brave for you to even put anything out, and not because it's bad or not because
Yeah,
it's good, but it's
they're
just
actual like parts.
it's because
parts of you.
it's coming from you. It's coming from your heart. I would hope, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how you do it. I don't have the balls to do it. I just don't. Like I personally,
mean,
I get too. I don't know.
I heard this thing that said like, what's art if it's not being admired?
I disagree.
So-
I don't think art has to be admired at all.
I mean, if
admired by myself,
yeah,
I
if
guess.
you reach that satisfaction of only you have to see it and you already reach that satisfaction, then yeah. But it's kind of like if you're hiding all that art, you never show it out to the world.
What's the
I don't know,
point?
yeah, it's like a museum. A museum's not gonna be just someone, just one person walking around in a whole ass building. But more people want to they want to enjoy that too.
Have you been to the Nelson?
Yeah,
I like going to the Nelson.
It's nice.
It's
I like
always nice.
museums.
I like going to the park. I like not the park obviously, but like the garden in front. I like my favorite piece there. What's the name? It's the one when you park. When you park where the buses are. I don't even know what I'm talking about. It's typically where the buses park. And you get off, and it's a sculpture outside. It's in the garden.
The like that park. What's it called?
Because you know how it says don't park from this time to this time, but you can.
Yeah, they got the gates in the front too.
Yeah. There.
And they got the.
I'm gonna take you. I'll fuck around and take you. It's gorgeous. I like it. I like. That's where I like to go to think. That's why when I was watching your video, I was looking at locations on where
For
you
real,
filmed
it's a good spot to think at.
it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I used to go there and smoke, but they get mad. They be getting grouchy.
Oh, they get mad now.
They get grouchy. I mean, people just look at you and you're like, "What the fuck you looking at, bitch? Smoking a fat old doink." That's how you look at it. They be having me fucked up.
Yeah.
Or the worst part is when but I get it. I don't smoke around kids in general. So I don't believe it. If there's a kid around, I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna hide it, whatever. But if you a grown ass fucking man, nigga, I'm a grown ass. Get the fuck out my. If you don't like something, keep moving, bro. What the fuck? That's my biggest pet peeve about them people.
Yeah.
Then people feel like they just can't tell you anything. We can't smoke. Shut the fuck up. All right, I don't care.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if they just asked for a hit, I probably would have said, yeah, sure. But with the whole Rona, we're not moving, and I can't even smoke no more. I don't got no business
You
down
gotta
there.
take a break.
But when I go and write, or when I go and draw something, I like going down there. But what made you want to do the video in the city? Besides the aesthetic of the city.
using what you have, like I said, that turn your copper into gold.
What we were talking about earlier before you got here.
You got. If you have stuff that can you already have it at your disposal, why not take advantage of it?
And you do have a beautiful city too.
You have a good ass, nice ass city. It's beautiful as fuck. So I had to go take advantage of it.
It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. The lights at night.
I like to differentiate beautiful from gorgeous. I think something that is man-made can be gorgeous, but if it's nature, it's beautiful. That's how I typically view it. And girls don't ever catch on to it, but that's how yeah. So you think the city's beautiful? When you were filming it, were you trying to capture the beauty of it, or were you just trying to strictly capture the mood of the song? Because I feel like you captured the mood of the song pretty fucking well. In terms of audio compared to how what would you call it? Audio compared to
visual.
Yeah, it makes sense. You as you're hearing it, that's one of the worst things I find when the fucking audio doesn't match the.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, oh, what the fuck?
Right.
You gotta get back, bro. You gotta get back and try that again.
Yeah.
Run that back.
I mean, that's kind of.
But you executed that perfectly. You had the whole
vibe I got. Yeah.
Do you plan on making more music videos, or was that just a one-off?
Yeah, I already got plans being made right now. Yeah.
Oh, right fucking now. What plans?
Not right now. I mean, I want to shoot more videos, kind of at a bigger budget. That was a very low budget video, obviously, but that's a start.
It's really good quality.
It's the first.
It's good quality, though. And that's what matters.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
That's the first video I ever dropped. So, I wanted to start somewhere. Have kind of like a what's it called, experience to how it's gonna work out for the next time I do it. It's already we're already going to play. We know exactly what we're doing. But you know, but first start. You gotta start off somewhere.
Yeah.
You really gotta start off somewhere.
You really do. You just gotta say, fuck it, I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep putting it to the side, you're never gonna get to it.
Yeah, no, you're not. If you just
That's what I'm saying.
Have you found any frustration with making any music?
I always. Man.
And how do you deal with the frustration?
You take breaks. I'm very balanced as a person, so you know, I'll do music for a little bit. Eventually, you're gonna get tired. You can't sit in front of a screen all day. Not as much as you can do.
See, I find that frustration is linked to not doing something the right way. So when I'm frustrated, I just take a step back, and I see what step did I skip? What did I do? What am I trying to not like do quickly? That's how I try to deal with my frustration. I typically like to just.
So you still stay in that same situation?
Yes, because I find that frustration stems from you not doing something correctly, and the frustration comes from you not doing it right. That's all it comes from, in my opinion.
Well, I kind of see it a different way. I see it more like I'm gonna leave the situation,
come back
with a blank slate.
See, but I find that when I leave and come back, it's a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother thing. It's not even the same concept no more. It's a whole nother concept. So now I have to drop this concept. And also, what fucks me over is I have to get something done. Else I don't do anything before starting something else.
Well, my biggest frustration is just kind of the fatigue that I get while I'm recording. You know, because you're sitting in the chair the whole day. And you know you're just behind a computer screen, so it's just getting tired.
Did you start producing your own music because you couldn't find the vibe you were looking for online or on any other format? Is that why you started producing?
Yeah,
music?
I want more of my taste.
Do you see yourself producing all your music in the future?
Yeah, I mean not all of it. You know, I'm gonna have collaborations with other people, but I don't want to have dependence on anybody else.
Have you worked with any? Have you considered working with any artists? And if so, in what format would you be doing the hook and they do the verse? Or
I mean, like performance wise, that's hard. I mean, I've tried doing it.
Or how would you be able to capture your vibe and their vibe? Because it sounds to me that you are your own frequency. So why would you try to link up with someone else?
That's a good ass point. That's exactly what goes through my head.
That's the only issue I would see. And it's not even on no conceited shit. It's just you're on another. Yeah.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
How do you feel like you can overcome that though?
They had to be on my scale. They had to be, you know. That's the thing.
And that doesn't mean on no disrespectful shit. No, it literally means
no disrespectful shit. Yeah, no.
Because I feel like people might hear that and they'll be like, "Not on my level, bitch."
Yeah.
No, it literally means. You're not. Yeah. See, that's.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
So in order for you to work for somebody, you guys would have to have a. Yeah. Damn, that's a bitch. I'm sorry, but that's a bitch. That must be hard for you.
Mm-hmm.
But it almost makes it unique in the sense that your art stands alone.
You should still build like. I feel like if you do build like a chemistry with another person, like your mentals are kind of, you know, they're working together, and then that's when you can kind of like create things. But you can't just go into a booth like with a new ass person like that you've never met before and just
that must be awkward.
So you gotta have some kind of connection to the person.
That's why when I do this interview shit, I always feel so awkward when I be pulling up.
Yeah.
Cause I be like, they could either rob me, they could try to rape me, they could do something to me. I don't fucking know. I be feeling so nervous. That's why I couldn't find your fucking spot today. I was so lost. I was like, damn, I don't know what the fuck going on. And then I didn't know how to use I didn't know how. I'm not good with technology.
I know, bro. It fucks up.
Do you feel like the fact that you are on your own frequency is going to affect
the calibration?
No, not calibration. I can't say that.
Work,
with other people. Or do you see yourself working more with producers and cinematography people rather than other musicians?
Yeah, I feel like I'd work with more people like on my genre, you know, kind of like I want to work with people I look up to. Like I see that as a possibility. Like that's something I want to achieve. That's part of my goals.
Yeah.
So obviously the people that I look up to, I feel like I could fit into their flow as well.
Yeah, makes sense. Where do you see your music in 5 years? What is
5 years?
Yeah, 5 years. I know that's just weird fucking number.
I hope to have some shows because I've never done a show.
You want to do that?
I want to have that a good foundation before I go out and do shows.
You want people to really be fucking with you.
Yeah, like I want that first. If I don't have that, then what's the point of going out to a show if I'm not going to have the support?
Makes a lot of
That's
sense.
just kind of how I see it.
Yeah, and do you feel like you're slowly gaining that support? Do you feel like this? Because I find
Slowly but
that
surely.
I find my frustration with being local is that their support, like, oh yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, go check his shit out. And then their support, like, oh, I'm listening to this shit. This is my shit, bro. Thank you so much for making it. I feel like, have you found the level, the balance between that? Because when you say support, do you mean literally just a guy saying, yeah, I fuck with your shit, or is it?
It's been growing, bro.
Really?
It's been growing.
Has anyone tried
Thank
reaching
God.
out to you and said anything to you, or?
I've had people like hit me up from they found my music on SoundCloud. People that want to collaborate. We connect. We haven't done anything yet, but you know, I've had people hit me up.
What made you drop things on SoundCloud rather than any other platform? And have you looked at dropping things at other platforms?
Yeah, like I'm trying to expand to YouTube, have more visualized stuff. SoundCloud, cause it's easy. It's just easy, and SoundCloud's where like new ideas, new sounds are kind of like they're first like brought up. You know, like that's where it starts at.
And anyone can make music
Yeah, exactly,
on SoundCloud.
exactly. So you know, I kind of take advantage of that. I know a lot of people are not using it right now, but you know, slowly but surely, as I'm getting.
So you're using them more as just a step.
It's a step. Yeah, it's a stepping.
It's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
I see the transition.
You see that?
So on YouTube, you would strictly drop visuals.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And with your first video, you did really well. You should be proud of yourself.
It's a good start. Appreciate it.
It's a really good start. That's why I'm kind of sad that you said it's low budget, because it might be low budget, but it's good. Like
I wouldn't be able to tell.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. I know people who hit up editors and get edited and pay like $100 or $200, and your shit was good.
I edited that myself.
And is that an aspect that you want to harness as well, in the sense that you also want to be able to direct and make your own videos?
Yeah.
So you really do just want to capture the vibe, right? You want to capture your vibe.
I want to capture my vibe, because I know if I let somebody else, like if I give it somebody else's hands,
that's not your vibe.
They kind of have a different vibe for it. You know, obviously in the future we might be able to like work towards that, but you know, I want things done in my way. You know, I'm the artist.
That's how I feel as well, and that's why I don't typically like working with other people, because it's like, that's not my vision.
Yeah.
You're fucking with my vision. I
Yeah,
see that you have your own vision, but
right.
that's not my vision. That's not what I want. So please leave me the fuck alone.
Exactly.
And it comes off as disrespectful.
I mean, you have a point though. Yeah,
But
I know
that's
what
my
you mean.
biggest.
Yeah.
It sucks, because you're just like, oh fuck, you're cool. Don't get me wrong, you're a cool guy.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
I don't want nothing to do with your art. I want my art to stand alone. That's how I've been moving, bro.
No, that's not how I see it.
There's been moments where I'll work something
like
and I'll be like, fuck, this is not how I wanted it at all.
Yeah.
What did I do? And it's like, oh, now we got to put it down. And it's always like, fuck. When you're making music, is there songs that you scratch, or do you try to drop everything that you make?
No, there's a lot of songs I have not put out.
And is it because they don't meet your requirements, or is it because you just
they don't
feel
meet
like
my
dropping?
requirements? Some might just be too personal.
And going back to what we were talking about.
It's like a diary, you know. It's like I see music as kind of like a diary. Like you got your own diary, and you got your own what happens, but you know, like a less, like a more masculine.
What made you want to get into music? Obviously, you have to have the feelings, and you probably had the feelings. But what made you say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make a song"? Y'all watch out.
I used to do poetry back at Argentina. We used to do little rap battles.
Oh, so you've been had a passion for it.
Yeah, and I would just write.
So what made you go with the more? Well, actually, that's a silly question. It's just your personality, right? Why do you choose to be more singy rather than lyrical and rappy, and if that makes sense?
Because singing can kind of get stuck in your head more than a rap. Melody's universal.
I fuck with you. That makes a lot of sense.
Melody's universal, works for everything. So somebody from Asia could listen to my song and just hear the melody and fuck with it. As long as it has a melody to it, you know?
Like, I fuck with African music, like that new African music. That's
Yeah,
I
that's
fuck
it.
with
It's universal, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck they
You
be
don't know what they
saying.
say,
Like
but
one of my boys from
if
St.
it
Wild Boys,
snaps,
he
it
put me
snaps,
on,
yeah.
and it's just they be doing their motherfucking thing.
Bro.
It's interesting.
With the drums, that shit's cool, bro.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I recommend I'll put you on to some African
Do it,
shit.
bro.
Yeah, if you want to hear some African shit.
Do it.
Do you have an interest in all music or just your music? Like, do
Like
you
what?
do you have an interest in all music in the sense? Do you pay attention to other
yeah,
rappers' albums and how they move?
I pay attention to everything. I'm very observant as a person. I'm keeping my eye on everything. Like even if it's something I don't like, it's like I question myself like to what aspects of that music do I not like. But then I still look at it from the other spectrum and see, okay, what are they doing right? What are they doing right?
Yeah.
That I'm not doing right. And I just constantly teach myself. But there's not really that much music that I don't like.
So you're evolving. You're trying to evolve as you go. You're not trying.
That's the point of human beings, is to continue learning. Just grow. I mean, you're not evolving when you find yourself at like this stagnation, and that's when you kind of limit your beliefs.
Do you feel like whoever will ever run out of concepts to talk about and sing about, or do you think that's something that you can just keep going?
Forever, man. It runs forever. Music is, you got unlimited topics. Creativity, creativity just goes deep. Like creativity, you can't run out of it.
You really can't. Mm-hmm. And do you see your music expanding deeper than just the style you're going for now, or do you want to keep going with this style and make it your style, or do you see yourself maybe switching it up? If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm wording.
I want to be more versatile. I want to be versatile with it.
But you also want to keep your vibe.
Yeah, I want to keep my vibes too.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Like that's something that I do like about doing this. I get a better understanding on where the trajectory for them is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking. It's not that one.
Yeah, you're good.
I have to. Yeah, I find it weird when people ask questions and they just keep going. I have to think about everything you just told me.
Yeah.
I think it is a human interaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, we got out of the house. We got out of the house today and we made this happen.
Yeah, literally.
I could have been sitting down right now watching YouTube on my phone.
I probably would have been out and about. I ain't gonna lie to you, but shit.
I was watching a Nipsey Hussle documentary.
Really? What about Nipsey Hussle so far have you liked?
Nipsey Hussle's real.
Yeah.
He's a very smart man. I mean, he came from the slums too. But
the thing that scares me about the Nipsey Hussle docs and the constant clips that are in circulation is the context of it. He's telling you to invest in all these other beautiful things, but he's not telling you to do that as your only thing. He's telling you that's a way of diversifying income. And I found that after Nipsey's passing, everyone misunderstood the fact that he's telling people to diversify their income, not that's how you make your income. And that is a very, very scary concept, in the sense that if you think that you're going to become a millionaire off properties, and that's the only way you're going to be, that's what not what Nipsey was talking about. No, Nipsey was talking about diversifying. Get your money everywhere. And when I was seeing everyone talk about this, and now if you go to anybody, they'll be like, oh, how you make money? Property. You got to invest in property. And it's scary. It's really, I found that, I love Nipsey. I love his the Crenshaw tapes are one of my favorite tapes, especially when I'm writing down. Oh, you have to, dude. Face the World is my favorite song. It's just the instrumental that he uses. I love that song. Young Niggas is a great song. It has the P&D sample in there. I like Nip. I listen to Nip. Like, I fuck with Nip. But the thing that I found after his passing is people were misinterpreting his words. They were misinterpreting the interviews. They were misinterpreting everything. Yeah. It was like this motherfucker's telling... Everyone took it as this motherfucker spitting hella game and we gotta follow it like that. But what they misunderstood is he wasn't spitting complete game. He was just giving you some puzzles that help you get up. Yeah. So if you're watching that, I want you to notice that. Like he's not telling you how to become a millionaire. He's just telling you how to diversify. He's giving you, and people don't, like, I find that scary. I find misinformation scarier than bad information.
I mean, I don't think you should, like, just go out and straight just give out all your, all the things that you work for as a person. It's kind of like,
You gotta put me onto that Nip documentary. I gotta watch it.
It's cool.
I like Nip's music. I like Face the World. Yeah, the Crenshaw tapes are one of my favorite tapes. The Slungston ones are good. The joint that he has with Mozzie is really good. I listen to Nip. I like Nip. Nip is like some shit I slap, especially when I go out, especially on the sunny day, on one of them hot days he was talking about. On a sunny day going down Southwest Boulevard, slapping the shit out of that. Hell yeah, that's how we be moving. Yeah. I don't got a Monte Carlo, but I got a Regal. I got a Buick Regal and all these, so that's what I be slapping it in.
The SUV over there too, though.
I mean, the Caddy's gorgeous, but I ain't slapping shit in there. I'm not slapping no thug shit in there. I'm slapping some harmonic shit in there, alright? Some beautiful shit.
I feel that.
Do you what other artists have you taken inspiration from? You talked about Akon, you talked about rappers like that, you talked about Drake.
Roy Woods.
Weekend. Oh, yes.
You know Roy Woods?
Yes, of course. Okay, I like that. I love that I got the fucking vibe. So you like Party Next Door, you like all that shit. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Bro.
I love that shit. That shit is just, It's soothing. That's all it is. It's
They're vibes.
soothing.
They're
Like you
vibes.
just rock
They're
with
just
it.
all
So you like
vibes.
Daniel Caesar then?
Daniel Caesar.
Yeah.
I love Daniel Caesar. Who else?
Some bitch ass motherfucker called me, so this shit ended. I'm sorry for the uninterrupted me. All the interruptions. It's raining in this bitch. I had a beautiful time with Monte.
I had a pleasure,
Monty.
bro. Pleasure,
No, this
bro.
fucker's
Pleasure.
cool. Go check his shit out. I like him. I don't like people, but this kid's nice.
appreciate it,
He's
bro.
older than me, so I shouldn't call him a kid. This young man, this gentleman.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, I like your vibe, and I'm gonna keep. Yeah, I fuck with you. Like, I fuck with you as a person. This was nice.
Appreciate it, bro.
This is nice. I don't know in terms of the interview if I really interviewed you as much as we just had a beautiful conversation, but I hope everyone enjoyed it. And it's raining now, so just plug anything you want to plug.
Thank you
Go
for
check
sharing
out the
it.
music video for sure. That shit is.
Shit coming up.
If you want to look at pretty shit, that it's very pretty. It's in the city. It's in your city. So show it some fucking love, right? That's the It's where you come
Appreciate it,
from.
bro.
You have to show love. Anything you want to plug? Anything that's coming up? Any album? Any EPs?
Shout out to my team, Luis, Brandon, Julian. Thank you guys for helping me shoot the video. They helped me shoot the video.
I grew up with Luis. I know Luis.
Luis, yeah.
That was my
That's
best
my
friend.
boy.
That was my best.
That's my
That was
boy.
my BFFFF.
For real?
Yeah, we used to
We
sleep
both
over.
Luises.
Yeah, one time we pretended to be each other, and did you know that? There was a substitute, and he said he was me, and I said I was him. But this fucker wild out.
Yeah.
This fucker they got me in so much shit. So I was like, well, now I got a wild out. You
He
know
put
what
all
I'm
the
saying?
black shit
Yeah,
on
we both got in trouble. And then the next day we had to explain to the teachers that
Both.
we switched sides.
Y'all already
We either
fucking-
faced the
y'all already
consequences.
fucking around, Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys face
he's
the
good people. That's your team. That's who you're working with.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's
Thanks for
raining now,
tuning in.
and he don't like rain. All right, he a
Nah, I
vampire.
don't fuck with rain.
You look like a vampire. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? If you was like a critter, I'd be a vampire.
Obviously, bro.
I'm not a werewolf. We got the jawline is very vampire like.